everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. In today's video, it's another episode of Hashtag Friday Sews. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And if you're already a friend of mine, thank you so much for returning today. And above all, thank you for your friendship. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I love hearing about your sewing projects, so let me know down below in the comment section what's on your sewing table, what do you have coming up, what projects are you working on. I love to chat with you down below. Today's video is a Hashtag Friday Sews, so I'm going to catch you up on my sewing. I have been up here in my sewing room so much recently. Through the past week, I've been up here almost every day, just having such a fun time. Christmas sewing has been such an inspiration to me. I've worked really hard on the advent calendar for my daughter. Talked about that last week. Bought a panel, a whole kit actually, from the University of Sewing, and this has been so much fun. It's been challenging, don't get me wrong. But I've had so much fun and it's not quite done yet, y'all. I need to hand sew that binding to the back of my quilt. I like to do that with my quilts. I will machine attach it to the front and then hand stitch the binding down in the back, and I need to do that yet, so it's not quite done. Next week I'm going to give you a full reveal and show you the whole advent calendar, hopefully. But today let's just do a little sneaky peek. A little sneak peek, shall we? Let me just peek just a little bit into the screen there, just to tease you. And we'll hopefully see the whole thing next week when I finish sewing that binding down in the back there. Moving on to my next projects, I pulled another panel from my stash. This is why having something of a stash is a good thing. I could just go over to my shelves and kind of look around, see what I had Christmas-wise. And I had these really cute pennants. Now these were a panel as well. I'm gonna try to look up this panel and show you. Literally the only thing on the panel was these pennants right here. You have like these different designs, and then it says Merry Christmas, and it gives you each letter of the phrase Merry Christmas, and then you're supposed to put these in between, I think. But when I say all you get is the pennants, that's literally all you get. You get no instructions, you get no how-to or backing or anything. So I've kind of just taken that basic panel and done my own thing. Went to Joann's over the weekend, and I'm going to show you more here in just a second of my tiny little sewing haul from Joann's. But I picked out this cotton fabric from their Christmas section, their Christmas cottons. I thought that was so cute, and I thought it would go really well with the prints that this pennant set, this panel uses. So I did this for the backing. So what I did was just cut out these pennants one by one from the panel, and then I took one of the pennants as a template and cut out backing fabric and a piece of batting. You can see the white kind of sandwiched in there. I was going for kind of a rustic kind of look, and this is really what I wanted. I wanted these raw edges to all show. So what I did is I just made a small little quilt sandwich there with the backing, the front, and then that batting wedged in the middle of it. And then I went to my sewing machine and just did a straight stitch. I lengthened it to 3 on my baby lock machine, and I just went there in that cream colored border, and you can't even see my stitching. It kind of just blends in and hides, and it gives kind of a little puffy, kind of rustic look to my little pennant banner, and I'm so happy with it. The final thing that I did was go around it with my pinking shears. I like the look of that. I think it's really cute. Again, kind of a rustic kind of look, and it finishes the edges of my fabric for me. I've done all of these that came on the panel. You have the different designs, kind of fillers, they're really cute, and then you have all the letters that spell out the Merry Christmas. So you have Merry and then Christmas, all backed the same. Not real sure how I'm going to attach them yet. I could use bias tape. I did have that idea. but I might look up some pennants and banners and see how they're attached to get some ideas for completing my pennant little extra project. Just found that panel in my stash, just cleaning out the stash, you guys. It's been so much fun to take those projects off the shelf and get them done. And then the other thing that I worked on over the weekend were these dinos for Addie. I showed y'all this panel last week. Bought this panel from my last trip to the Stitching Post in Washington, Indiana. So I cut up those dinos, and all you do is you sew the front and the back together, you flip them, and then I'm gonna stuff them with polyfill. So these are really, really cute. I thought I would show you how I finished the edge of them. So this is what they look like when you sew them together. You sew them right sides together, of course, and then you're going to turn. But I used my pinking shears all the way around there to make the seam allowance smaller. It's really a time-saving technique to use the pinking shears as opposed to cutting notches or slits in the seam allowance to make your curves more crisp, just like using the pinking shears. It works out really good, and they turn really, really nicely too. You can see down here, here's an edge, and I think it looks really nice. So Addie's gonna love those. Like I said, I need to turn them and then stuff them and sew up the opening there at the bottom. A super fun project, brainless, did not take very long at all, and she's gonna love those for Christmas. And that's what I've been working on here in the sewing room. Just wanna kind of finish up these projects and then move into my Christmas sewing. That'll be coming up here in the next week. My gift to November vlog is coming out on Tuesday, and I'll be giving you some more hints about where I'm going with my Christmas sewing. A little different direction this year, so definitely tune in Tuesday for that. Did do a little bit of shopping at Joann's. My husband says that I go to Joann's every week. I don't think it's quite every week, but I do tend to go in there, drop in there, see what pattern sales are going on, and pick up any notions that I need. So I did find a few things when I stopped in there this weekend. This is some terry cloth toweling. This was a remnant in their remnant section. I hardly ever see pieces of this terry cloth in the remnant section. It's almost a yard of it, and it was less than $5. I snatched this up for another hair wrap from Ellie and Mac. They have a really great pattern. I made these last year actually as gifts for my family, and I made one for myself, and I could always use more. It's one of those things where you just could use several of them. So I plan to use this terry cloth on myself to make another one of those hair wraps. And then I picked up a new pattern. McCall's patterns were on sale. Looked through the book, wasn't super inspired by anything, but I did like this one. I thought it was so beautiful, and I wanted it for my stash. This is McCall's 8535. It is a nightwear set, and I just thought it was so pretty. Look at those details. The lace, I thought it was just so beautiful. So the size packet that I picked up is 20W through 28W, but there's another Mrs. size as well. It comes in 10 through 18. It's there in the pattern books. It's a separate envelope in the Mrs. section, but I thought it was so pretty. Here's the line drawing. You get the robe pattern, and then you get 2 gown patterns as well. I just thought it was so beautiful, and I had to pick this one up for my stash. Talked about it a couple times that I want to make bowl cozies for my family for Christmas. That's just an extra Christmas plan. It's not going to go into my gift to November vlog. This is kind of an extra one if I have time. This is what I'll be making for my family members. So I found this pattern in my stash. This is Simplicity 9733. We do have some bowl cozy options down here. I thought I would give this pattern a try. You do have 2 different sizes. For the bowl, D and E are your 2 sizes for bowls. This pattern also gives you a couple additional cozy sizes. You have some plate cozies, so that's different. Never heard of that before. And casserole cozies. That would be very handy for taking to gatherings or potlucks or something like that. So that was really neat. This is a great pattern. It's relatively new. 2023 is when this one came out. I think it's still available there in the pattern catalog, so want to try this one out here at Christmas. To make these, you want to be sure that you're using 100% cotton materials. So I wanted to go to Joann's and pick up the special batting that goes in those. You need batting that is 100% cotton with no scrim. At Joann's, they sell this Pellon brand. It's called Wrap and Zap. It's 100% natural cotton batting. It doesn't have any of that scrim in it, and it's specifically made for these potato bags or the bowl cozies. If you're going to put them in the microwave, they need to have 100% cotton materials as well. Your fabric needs to be 100% cotton, and your thread. Don't forget about that thread. So went ahead and picked up 100% cotton batting and thread, and I've got 100% cotton in my stash that I'm going to try to sew up some of those bowl cozies for gifts this Christmas season. And that was my tiny little haul from Joann's. Useful things. I try to tell my hubby that I'm going in there for useful things. Coming out with stuff that I actually need. I might head over there again this weekend. The Simplicity sale is going on in Joann's through Monday, I believe. We have Simplicity patterns for $2.99, so I might stop in there and check out that pattern sale. As far as life goes, I'm looking forward to a long weekend. We do have a holiday on Monday, Veterans Day. Thank you to all of the veterans out there. I'm going to be enjoying putting up my Christmas trees. I usually take Veterans Day weekend to get the trees up. I started decorating a little bit last weekend with some greenery and stuff. I'll pop up some pictures at the end of the video of that. Addie's been just so excited to start decorating for Christmas and incorporating all these fun Christmassy decorations in the house, and it makes me happy. If it makes you happy, do it. And I think that's gonna do it for this hashtag Friday Sews video. Don't forget to give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. Are you sewing? Are you decorating? Let me know down below in the comment section. I love chatting with you all down below. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.